Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. Today we are going to discuss the social sentiment in the market and discuss some of the altcoins which are getting some attraction. None of the content is financial advice. Over the last 7 days or so, the wider crypto narrative is bullish. The largest presence on this narrative word cloud you can see over here. This cloud is available on cryptoweeklies.com, link on the bottom of your screen. It says that over the last 7 days, the discussions on social media channels, platforms such as YouTube and X have largely revolved related to crypto bullishness, Bitcoin, and some altcoins such as Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP, Solana are garnering some attention in terms of those altcoins. Another one is Hedera and token HBAR. Again, if you look at the price performance of these assets, again over the last 24 hours, market has taken a downturn, but over the last 30 days, you can see some are flat or down. Again, one exception is this new token Hyperliquid and its token Hype. But largely the market has cooled off quite a bit. So again, if you were to look at the last 24 hours worth of news sentiment, although it's about 85% bullish, there are some bearish clouds on the horizon, especially with respect to the price action. The tokens that we are going to discuss today, we'll start with Cardano and its token ADA. Again, it has been at around 64 cents for quite a while, decline of about 21% over the last 30 days. It did get a major boost in December of 2024. Ever since that rally to about $1, the prices have been in a downturn. Again, you can see over here the even the breakout over here could be again per this analysis over here. You can see essentially restoration of the continuation of the downturn for this analysis to the right. If we look at the price action of ADA USD and try to analyze what are some of the major support and resistance levels over here, you can see right now the prices come up to a key level in terms of the token meeting the price action at around 20-week simple moving average, coming in at around 72 cents. It did try to rally slightly higher than that, but again met with resistance both at 71 and 72 cents level. If the price were to be successful in breaking out of this 20-week moving average based resistances, then the next target per the Fibonacci level is at around 91 cents. Similarly for ETH over here, similar analysis, you can see ETH is slightly above its 20-week moving average and the 21-week exponential moving average. The 20-week moving averages for ETH are at around $2,200 and $2,400 roughly speaking, whereas the price action is about $2,500. ADA not that promising at this point. You can check the same for Solana and its token SOL. The prices are in terms of Fibonacci levels, they are much better compared to ADA, which is finding struggling at around less than 0.23 Fib level. Prices for SOL are between 0.5 and 0.618 Fib level from the same 2021 top to 2022 bottom, whereas Cardano and its token ADA from that point are less than 0.283 0.236 Fib level. ETH again a slightly less bullishness than less than Solana and its token SOL. ETH is between 0.382 and 0.5 Fib level. So SOL again slightly more resolute this time compared to the other major crypto assets. You can see over here Chainlink also. Again Link USD, if you were to draw a similar Fibonacci level from here, you can see the prices are at struggling at around somewhere at around 0.236 Fib level, much lower than SOL. So again, if SOL were to correct to the downside, the key levels to watch are in terms of support are the $135 level, which is the 0.5 Fib level, and in terms of the 0.618 is coming in at $166. So those are the key levels to watch into the upside. Again, there are some resistances at 54 and $159. Those are the 20-week moving averages for SOL. If we were to look at the machine learning based price forecast for these cryptos, we'll start with ETH. First, all things equal, again, if there is a non-euphoria bull run in the next half of 2025, and the prices could be somewhere between 3k and 4.5k. If there is euphoria in the market, the prices for ETH could top out in the next 6 months at around $6,500 per this machine learning based model. Again, these are the 2 standard deviation bull cases. The 3 standard deviation is at around $9,000. So again, a blow off top could be slightly higher for ETH. In terms of SOL, the non-euphoria bull run peak between 177 to about 350. That's the 1 standard deviation ceiling for SOL in the next 6 months. The 2 standard deviation or euphoria ceiling is between $193 and $570. So that's again a euphoria case for SOL. Again, the next on this list is Cardano and its token ADA. Right now, the non-euphoria ceiling is between 80 cents and about $2.19. Again, euphoria could take Cardano as high as about $5.28 per this model. In case of the other assets, again, Link we discussed over here, non-euphoria bull run peak at around $28, and 2 standard deviation euphoria peak at around $43, slightly lower than the 2021 high. Again, a blow off top could take it slightly higher at around $63 for Link. And with that, we can look at some of the other analysis in terms of the risk levels for Bitcoin and ETH for major cryptos if they are on its 20-week moving average based risk. Again, if they are in moderate risk right now, if they see some heightened risk such as between 0.6 and 0.8 risk, or even higher than that, like Bitcoin was in November, December, higher than 0.8 risk, that is usually a good time to DCA out if that is that is an indication that prices are in a distribution phase. Right now, Bitcoin and ETH both are at around 0.43 to 0.45. That is in the middle of this moderate risk environment. Anything between 0.4 and 0.6 is moderate risk. The dip buying opportunities for ETH and BTC were available in early April of 2025. We did make a lot of videos related to that at that point in time. Again, when markets are down, nobody is listening. So if you are interested in identifying this dip buying opportunities, again, this is not financial advice. This is just analysis of when the prices are in the lowest risk regimen through a series of data points since 2018. So this kind of analysis helps identify to tune out some of the noise. So you can give a like and subscribe if you want to stay updated. And opposite of that is definitely when the market has heated quite a bit. You can see the year-to-date performance for major assets. Again, most of them are not going anywhere in terms of price growth. BTC or Bitcoin is up by about 10%. ETH struggling quite a bit, down by about 24%, but it's not as bad as it was in April when it is down. It was down from the yearly open more than 50%. Looking at the other assets, SOL, just replacing ETH with SOL over here. SOL still down from the yearly open, about 25%, about the same as ETH, although the trajectory was slightly different for SOL compared to ETH. The ETH trajectory is this yellow line, SOL is in this orange line. Again, they're quite meeting at the same point at this point, but again, the trajectory was slightly different. If we look at the other assets discussed on this one, again, you can check out XRP and other major cryptos as well. Right now, ADA, again, compared with Bitcoin, again, down by about 30% from the yearly open. But again, similar as these assets are correlated, their moves might be of different magnitude, but mostly of the same direction. That is, if Bitcoin goes up, alts go up. If Bitcoin goes down, alts go down more. Looking at the last but not the least is again what we discussed about Link. Again, this one again down from the yearly open by about 38%. So that's those kind of analysis can be run using this website. In terms of the bull market completion though, right now again, as of 8th of June. It's the completion based on the risk levels is at only 33%. And it's over the grand scheme of things, prices are in a low risk regimen in this green color, which is again between 0.2 and 0.4 risk. That's where we are. You can check over here. You can see the last data read was yesterday, June 12th. At a macro level, the moderate risk, the last data point on macro risk when it was more than 40% was in February of 2024, early February of 2025. That's the last data point on the moderate risk. So overall, largely speaking, the asset class is in a low risk. The highest risk, the data points for this cycle were only 3 data points in December, from 6th December to 8th December per this analysis. Again, that helps identify where, when the assets are the entire asset class is kind of overvalued. This kind of analysis, again, the social media sentiment analysis, definitely more bullish right now. That is because most of the sentiment on this narrative word cloud as well is signaling a bullish phase than a bearish phase. The size of the bearish narrative is quite small at this point in time, but again, you could imagine if the prices stay in this phase for, let's say, a prolonged period of time, like they are, right? For example, this is the performance barometer. Over the last 24 hours, most of the cryptos are down. 7 days, a few handful names are up. 30 days, most of them are down. 90 days, at least the good ones are up. In terms of what they are doing over the last 90 days, you can see if the cryptos are lagging in the last 90 days, even in this bullish phase, again, that put them in a questionable category at this phase of the market cycle, again, especially in the post-halving year. With that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.